After being betrayed by my family and thrown out on the street, I was bought back by the mob boss's mother to be her daughter-in-law. But he refused and humiliated me. When she expected me to win him over, instead, I angrily lunged at him. "You jerk. What makes you think I'd want your help? I will never marry you, even if you were the last man on earth." I grabbed his hand tightly, that I didn't notice the security pointing guns at me. One of them barked, "Get down before we make you regret this." But Lorenzo lifted a finger, and silence settled over the room. Lorenzo De Luca had never been grabbed by a woman, nor had one ever looked at him with disdain, let alone spoken to him with such disrespect. He took a step toward me, eyes cold and unimpressed. Despite my anger, my fragile fingers wrapped around his muscular arm. He slowly pried my hands away, stepping closer, feeling my warmth and defiance. I could smell his sandalwood cologne as he whispered, "Don't touch me again. If I find you here when I return, you'll regret it." After that chilling warning, Lorenzo turned to his mother and left, his hands in his pockets. Once the security cleared out, I slid to the floor, my long hair spilling around me as tears ran down my cheeks. I was utterly alone, broken by the people I had trusted. I had no family, no home, nothing. Grace's cold voice broke the silence. "Interesting. My son doesn't get worked up easily. This will work. You'll be married by the end of the week." I looked up, shocked. "What? You can't be serious. Didn't you hear him? He doesn't want to marry me." Grace remained unbothered, perched on the bed, leading to where exactly? Your family home? A hotel? You have nothing left, Ruby. Her words stabbed me deep. I felt helpless and shaken, wiping my tears. I muttered, "I'll figure something out. Thanks for your hospitality." But Grace wasn't done. "I hate to break it to you, but your stepmom made sure your betrayal is known to every business mogul. No one will take in a traitor. If you leave, you'll be in danger." A chill ran through me, but I forced myself to be strong. I turned to face her, shaking with fear. "And yet you took me in?" Grace stepped forward, cutting me off. "No, you were going to be sold to the Russo family, but I paid double for you. There's no hospitality, Ruby. I only brought you here to marry my son." I was reeling from the shock of everything. A housekeeper handed me a paper, documents confirming that I now belonged to the De Luca family. I felt like an object, a piece of property, passed between them. I managed to speak, barely. "Even if I agree, he won't want to marry me. Can't you find someone else?" Grace cupped my face with a smile, but it was chilling. "No, Ruby. It has to be you. If anyone else had grabbed my son like that, they'd have been dealt with harshly by now." The next few hours felt like a nightmare. I threw up into the toilet and splashed water on my face. My reflection in the mirror showed the damage, sunken eyes, disheveled hair, and cheeks still stinging from my father's slaps. I had nothing, no one. Grace's voice echoed in my head. "Only as Enzo's wife will you have protection and respect. Think about it." With no other choice, I called her. "I've made a decision." By the time she arrived with a team of housekeepers, it was early morning. I didn't have the strength to protest. They pulled out a short dress for me, styled my hair, applied smoky makeup, and dressed me in stilettos. I looked like an object, like something to be sold. "I don't like this," I muttered, staring at myself in the mirror, hating everything about the image. But Grace placed a hand on my shoulder, her voice cold. "It's not about what you want. If you don't convince Enzo to marry you, you'll be in even more danger." I froze. "Yeah, I'll be in danger." Grace pressed down on my shoulder until it ached. "Smart girl."